Little people. Big world. Alum Tori and Zach Roloff open up about suffering loss before the birth of their third child. Hello friend, welcome back to my channel. God bless you. For the LPBW news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Zach and Tori Roloff, former stars of Little People, Big World, used their podcast, Raising Heights, to open up about the pregnancy loss they suffered in 2021 before the birth of their third child, son Joja. Tori described how her previous 2 pregnancies were easy, and the third seemed to be going the same way, saying, "It was not on my radar that something was wrong. I remember thinking, this pregnancy is really easy, this is going really well." Unfortunately, the couple found out that this was not the case during their first ultrasound when the tech told them that their baby didn't have a heartbeat. I immediately started crying. I remember being like, "This isn't happening. This isn't real. There is no way this is happening to me." Tori explained how the pregnancy loss affected her, as the couple's first 2 pregnancies went well, without any issues. She said, "I think that it was a huge mind shift for me, because going to those appointments, it was always such a fun experience. It was always so much joy. And it was on that day that everything shifted about what that clinic is and what that clinic can be," she went on. The couple had told their family, friends, and the crew on Little People, Big World about the pregnancy earlier than usual, so they had to then break the news about the miscarriage. Tori also noted that it changed their perspective when she was pregnant with Joja, saying, "We didn't tell people that I was pregnant with Joja until I was halfway done, because I didn't want to go through that again, and we have to backtrack." At the time that the loss occurred, the couple shared the sad news on Instagram with a heartfelt message about the experience, with Tori writing, "I post this in hopes that it will touch just one mama and let them know you're not alone." Along with Joja, who was born after their pregnancy loss, Tori and Zach are also parents to a son named Jackson and a daughter named Leela. Jeremy Roloff is opening about health problems that have impacted his daily life. In an Instagram post, the Little People, Big World star shared intense back pain he's been experiencing for several years that leaves him in severe and ongoing pain. "I've had reoccurring lower back pain for several years now that completely demobilizes me for days or even weeks," he wrote in part, noting he's finally committed to finding a solution. He went on to describe more symptoms. "It seems like it's possibly a classic case of mobility loss causing imbalances, and therefore improper muscular compensation that causes this. Last time it happened, about a month ago, I had dot rays and MRIs to rule out any disc issues. All looked good," he explained, adding, "Whatever it is, it causes me to not be able to stand up straight, look over my shoulder, lift things, or even sneeze without having to get into child's pose." Roloff left reality television behind in 2018, but he and his wife, Audrey, have kept fans updated on social media, including their expanding family. The family of 6 welcomed their new daughter, Mirabella May Roloff, in May. His post about the back pain was posted on May 21 ahead of his newborn's birth. He noted that he was concerned about being able to be present for his family when the baby came. They announced their exit from the show on social media in July 2018. After 14 years, over 300 episodes, and 17 seasons, the time has come. A Facebook post noted, as reported by In Touch, "A year ago, I made the decision that this season would be our last. It has been an amazing run, and I can't say thank you enough to all of you who have watched and supported us along the ride." Aside from family feuds shown on the show, Audrey revealed she and her husband didn't want to raise our kids on TV and that the show didn't align with what we wanted. Little People. Big World star Zach Roloff says relationship with dad Matt is non-existent. Little People, Big World's Zach Roloff and Matt Roloff still have a long way to go when it comes to mending their father-son relationship. Zach, 34, shared during the Thursday, May 23, episode of his Raising Heights podcast that the dynamic is not great between himself and his dad, 62, adding that their relationship is non-existent. He explained, "The filming ended. You kind of just gave yourself some space. And then the show airs 6 months later, and it kind of brings up some old wounds." Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, made their final appearance on the TLC reality show in April when the season 25 finale aired. While Zach contended on Thursday that the dust is settled on his disagreements with his father, he noted that nothing has been fixed. Zach is one of the eldest sons of Matt and Amy Roloff, who split in 2016. After the couple divorced, Amy sold Matt her shares of their Roloff Farms property in Oregon. Nearly 5 years later, in 2021, Matt opted against selling part of the land to Zach before listing 16 acres for sale. He claimed that none of his kids wanted to inherit the farm, which Zach has disputed. Zach and Tori, 31, confirmed their departure from the family's reality series in February. "We are not coming back to Little People, Big World, like we are done," Tori said in a YouTube video. That chapter has closed. Zach echoed his wife's sentiments, noting that there were multiple reasons for the pair's exit from the show, which premiered in 2006. "This last cycle was rough between the family, the farm deal, and we were done with it," he said. "We've moved on." During the season 25 finale, Zach explained why the couple weren't visiting the farm following his dispute with Matt. "No one's holding grudges, no one's intentionally not going to the farm. There's just no interest," he said, before referencing his and Tori's children, Jackson, 6, Lila, 4, and Joseph, 2. "The kids don't ask, nothing we're hiding from them." He added, "When it comes to my dad, I don't know. That ship all sailed. There's not much of a relationship, just doing our own thing. Time might even it out. Everything will be healed. It'll just be different." Matt shared his side of the story on camera while chatting with his fiancée, Karen Chandler, noting that he wants to build a playground on his property for his grandkids. "I'm always hopeful that Zach and Tori will bring the kids around, and if not, the kids will be coming around later in life," he said. Karen replied, telling Matt, "I think we've just come to terms that they don't want a relationship, and so you just have to accept that." Karen replied, telling Matt, "I think we just come to terms that they don't want a relationship, and so you just have to accept that." Amy Roloff is opening up about how the famous Roloff Farms doesn't bring her the same joy as it once did. On Tuesday's episode of Little People, Big World, Roloff met up with her friends Lisa and Deb in Portland, Oregon, to catch up over a drink. At the restaurant, the TLC star opens up about how the family farm where she used to live feels completely different now that her ex-husband Matt is building a new house there with his fiancée Karen Chandler. Referring to Matt, Deb says to Amy, "I saw that he's building on the property." Amy responds, "Yeah, a huge house." Lisa then asks, "How does it change the dynamic on the farm? When you go there and see all of a sudden this big house there, does it feel weird to you?" After a pause, Amy says, "It's like a whole different lifetime. It feels empty. There's no life to it. This could have been the next generation," implying that the farm could have been a place where her kids' families would want to hang out.